Dan Genzel, and in this video I want to talk to you about a few of the different ways that you can get started in commercial real estate with literally none of your own money. They worked for me, they worked for friends of mine, they worked for my other students. So believe me that these techniques work. Now, if you have investable cash or you can raise money, your wealth is going to be developed a lot quicker and in a more robust style, but that's a whole other topic. And in my other videos, I'll show you strategies to raise money. But I want to talk to you specifically because I get so many of my students in inquiries on how can I get into commercial real estate because I think it's a big ticket item. I need a ton of money to get into it. Let me tell you, you don't, and here's why. And feel free to go look at my credibility kit and you're going to see actual results from the deals that I've done, and I'm going to prove to you that I started with none of my own money. So check it out. There's several ways. First of all, you can become what I call a deal facilitator, or some people call a wholesaler. Now, what you do there is you learn commercial real estate from me, and I teach you how real estate deals are done. Then what you do, you simultaneously develop a list of buyers and investors, and I'm going to teach you how to develop a buyer's list. You have to do that before you do deals because you're going to tee up deals that make a ton of sense for these buyers, drop them in their laps, and they're going to be able to quickly do them, and you're going to get paid a handsome fee, or in sometimes equity, which is great, to be the middleman in these transactions. So I'm going to teach you how to go find these deals, how to structure them, how to facilitate them to end buyers and investors, and most importantly, how to get paid handsomely to do it. Also, you can pool money together, and again, doesn't have to be any of your own money, and this is how I started, with investors that I'm going to teach you how to go find. Now, these investors are going to be looking for alternative investments, and I'm going to show you where they are and how to talk to them. And you're simply going to pool their money together and go invest in the commercial real estate. Now, be very careful because you are entering the securities industry here, and you're going to need some education on that, and you're going to need to go consult with some advisors. So don't go out and start pooling together money before you know what you're doing. And I think third of all is what I started doing when I was a broker is I kept on coming across great pieces of land that I knew had higher and better uses. So I definitely didn't have the money that I needed to go take down this land that wasn't cash flowing anything, and it took a lot of time to create the value. But I knew the landowners, I knew the developers, and what I simply did was put all the parties together, and I took fees and equity and upside in putting all of these transactions together. So believe me, guys, these are strategies and techniques that worked in 1992 and they work in 2012 and beyond. And you don't need money or your own credit to get started into commercial real estate. In fact, I would recommend that you don't, because you do have a lot to lose if you screw up. So start being the middleman and wedging yourself into deals. Take little amounts of equity and nice fees along the way, and you're going to quickly, after a number of successes, be able to venture out and expand your reach in commercial real estate investing. I hope this video helps, and again, there's so many more strategies that you can use that I talk about in a lot of my courses, and I look forward to working with you.